You're listening to NGSC Sports Radio. Hear us live on ngscsports.com, where you can get awesome analysis on all things sports. Or check out our podcasts on iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, and much more. For our latest videos, subscribe to NGSC Sports YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter at NGSC Sports, and like us on Facebook. NGSC Sports. We never stop.
You know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here.
Ding dong. Hello?
Everybody three count. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I didn't get here because I was cute, or because I came from some famous wrestling family, or because I sucked up to the right people. I got here because I am good. I earned this championship.
Frustrated into the goddamn word for it. This is bullshit.
Brett made a very, very selfish decision. Brett's going to have to live with that for the rest of his life. Brett screwed Brett. I have no sympathy whatsoever for Brett.
This is my show, and I'm sick of all of you calling me the coward. You're the cowards. I'm the one here day in and day out in that wrestling ring beating people up. Thank you very much.
I don't steal opportunities. I am the opportunity.
3 ain't enough now. I need 5. Welcome in, Jim.
I'm an idiot.
Ryan.
I'm a sausage guy.
Matt.
Who gives a shit?
Tim.
Right on the cock.
And intern Mark.
Hi, boys.
I'm going to tell y'all with a tear in my eye, this is the greatest moment in my life.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to 3 Count Thursday. We are live here on Facebook.com/3 Count Thursday, as well as our Twitter page and YouTube channel. As we're getting up and rolling here. Yeah, a little bit of a delay. The one computer I have was supposed to run sound, didn't run sound. So even though we're been around for a long time, we still have issues. It happens. We deal with it. We roll with the punches. What's up, Devin? Hope everybody, if you are joining us live, you're having a good night and a good day. Make sure you give us a like and a share. We'd appreciate that. And hope everyone's having a good week. You can, of course, go to 3countthursday.com. That is our homepage, where you will find all of our social media links, our merchandise over at whatamaneuver.net.
What a maneuver.
Thank you, Tim. Our Patreon page, patreon.com/3 Count Thursday. Of course, our Collar and Elbow brand deal, store.collarandelbowbrand.com. Use promo code 3count for 10% off each and every order. Our home network is NGSC Sports at ngscsports.com. And our secondary home is the Leap Sports and Music Network. Matt, since Ryan's not here, could you tell people how they could spell that?
That would be LEEIB Sports.
That would be the one. Thank you, Matt. Since Ryan off this week, he actually did get it approved this time, so I can't even necessarily yell at him for it. Let's see if the sound bites work. Oh, now the board reloading. It's gonna be that kind of night, guys. It's gonna be that kind of
make
night.
it work.
I'm a sausage guy.
Okay,
There it is.
I have no clue why the music wasn't working, but at least the board works. At least the important thing works. Mike checking in. Yeah, I'll be doing a guest spot over at Take 3 Wrestling following this show we're recording. That'll drop overnight. So if you subscribe to them, you'll get it in your feeds tomorrow morning. So yeah, SummerSlam Jeopardy, among other things, on the docket this week over at Take 3. So make sure you check them out.
Whenever they want a real contender for SummerSlam Jeopardy, they need to call me. They don't need to.
Throwing down the gauntlet already.
Yeah, I know.
Ridiculous.
Jesus, Tim.
I mean, look, I'm just saying, Big Jim, you better not ruin this for us.
Yeah, well,
you're representing the Big Jim Sports Podcast Network.
I mean, I will probably do terribly, but EJ likes you guys, the rest of you guys as well, so you're all safe. I won't ruin your guys' reputation over there. I might ruin mine.
But if you lose, we will ban you from the Summerfest.
We will ban you from the Summerfest.
SummerSlammed out.
Which will probably happen. Tim,
how you doing?
I mean, not so good now that I know that there's like games of SummerSlam Jeopardy being played, and I'm not a part of it.
Ooh, well,
other than that, I'm good.
At EJ Christian 7.
Hey, it's okay. It's all in good fun. As long as I'll be sure to check out that episode of Take 3, and I'll be screaming at my iPhone while I'm at work, like, you idiots!
That's perfectly fine.
You idiots! Jake Roberts fought the Junkyard Dog. You
idiot!
Stupid idiot!
Yeah, well, that's one. It is one advantage I have is Mike is not playing. Mike is the Alex Trebek this week. So I at least have a fighting chance. If Mike was playing, I certainly would not.
Yeah, but I'm good. I'm excited. SummerSlam weekend starts tomorrow.
It does.
So I'm very excited. I'm just very curious if I need to break out my white tape and Sharpies.
Oh, you might.
For my hands.
You might. You really might.
Don't know.
Matt,
how you doing?
I'm doing well. This week's kind of flown by, a full week for me this week, so I'm anxious to get to the weekend, but feeling good. I'm still on the Impact train too, surprisingly. 2 weeks in, and I haven't jumped ship. So we'll see.
Look at you, proud of you, buddy.
We'll see how long that keeps up.
Well, now you've got a champion you can be proud of in Christian Cage.
That's true. That's true. And maybe their title will get defended on one of their shows too.
Well, it will, and we'll probably get to that with our Wrestler of the Week picks.
We might. That's what we call a tease. Dude, this week I'm doing great, by the way.
I was gonna ask, you know what? Hold on a second. Let's rewind time for a second. Hey, Big Jim, how are you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. I spent the day at the beach with my wife. Was up very early. My wife. But was up very early. But I'm still rolling on. Had a great day. Tried the Mama Grotto. We've heard Matt and Ryan talking about that on this very show, and it lives up to the expectation.
Is that like the square boy with the thick?
It's the thick square boy
and
the extra cheese and the hearty sauce.
But it's not really baked all that well. Like it's kind of cooked. Like the cheese is kind of cooked, but it kind of looks like the cheese gets added on after it's been cooked.
A little bit ish. I mean, it's not like burnt cheese as some pizzas can get. But it was fantastic. So what we did is we drove down. We left at 5 o'clock this morning. Drove down there, sat on the beach. We got a regular grotto pie and split that whilst we were on the beach. And then we walked around the boardwalk, went and played some arcade games. Which, by the way, if you go to Rehoboth Beach this summer. I think they're trying to recoup losses from last year in the arcades. I think they've loosened all the tensioners on the claw game machines because them suckers are loose and you will not win. So either I'm bad at it or it's all rigged and it's bullshit because they're trying to just take your money and not give up prizes after a COVID summer last year. So
we got a sick intern Mark on those claw machines.
yeah, maybe we'll have to send him down there to make a determination. But then we walked around and then hit up the ice cream place, Thrasher's French fries, and then I ordered the Mama Grotto for the trip home. I had to like take a fresh bite, and it was fantastic. Threw a couple slices in the toaster oven when I got home, and it held up. It is fantastic. So I will definitely give credit to Matt and Ryan on the upsell on the Mama Grotto, because it was definitely worth it. So seeing some new faces in here: Sue, Lou, Tyler, of course, Mike and Devin, and some others. If you're following along with us live, give us a like and a share, interact with us. We always appreciate that. But let's get this thing started. If I can find, there it is. We are looking at August the 19th in pro wrestling history. We got two birthdays today. Lillian Garcia was born today in 1966, and Percy Watson was born today in 1981. 1972, at a show in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Dick the Bruiser and the Crusher beat AWA Tag Team Champions Nick Bockwinkel and Ray Stevens in a 2 out of 3 falls. No title change, however, because the wrong man, Ray Stevens, was pinned by Crusher in the third fall. Attendance for the show was 11,951. 2001, WWE presents the 14th annual SummerSlam pay-per-view from the Compaq Center in San Jose, California, in front of 15,293 fans with a buy rate of 570,000. It was the final SummerSlam under the World Wrestling Federation name. The tagline for the show was "Finally." The show featured one pre-show match on Sunday Night Heat, 8 main card matches, and in the main event, The Rock, representing WWF, defeated Booker T, representing the Alliance, to become the new WCW champion. In 2012, WWE presents the 25th annual SummerSlam pay-per-view from the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California. It was the 4th consecutive SummerSlam from the Staples Center in front of 14,205 fans with a buy rate of 358,000. The tagline for the show was "The Perfect Storm." There was one pre-show match, 7 main card matches, and in the main event, Brock Lesnar defeated Triple H in a no disqualification match. 2017 NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3 took place in the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, in front of 15,275 fans. It was the 16th TakeOver event overall. Show featured 2 matches that were taped for an NXT episode, 5 main card matches, and in the main event, Drew McIntyre defeated Bobby Roode to become the new NXT champion. 2018, WWE presents the 31st annual SummerSlam pay-per-view from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. It was the 4th and final consecutive SummerSlam from Barclays. It was held in front of 16,169 fans. The buy rate of 29,000. That, of course, is excluding the WWE Network views. The show featured 3 kickoff matches, 10 main card matches, and in the main event, Roman Reigns defeated Brock Lesnar to win the WWE Universal Championship, ending Lesnar's 504-day reign with the title. And those were the events that occurred. August the 19th in pro wrestling history. Intern Mark will be joining us in a little bit. He's having some new accessories, new furniture delivered at Hottenstein Estates, and I mean, when you're trying to refurnish the estates, it can certainly take some time. So he'll be joining us, but we are going to go ahead and hit this.
Since John Moxley, Cesaro, way before Gargano, there was Savage and Roddy, and Saturdays on NBC. These five guys on Facebook are gonna take a hard look. Come Thursday brings to you the wrestler on the week.
All right, week number 19 in our pro wrestling wrestlers of the year nominations. What do you mean, Charlie? What the hell are we? Chopped liver, man? What the hell's your problem? Tim, we can't hear you.
He's here, and that's all that should matter to him.
Jesus. The hell? Let's see here. Do you, Tyler, stick with us, man. We are going to have our SummerSlam predictions coming up here. Great question.
The answer for right now is maybe.
Maybe it's possible, but yeah, stick with us, and we will get to that here in just a little bit. Our SummerSlam predictions, but Mike said he's still here. Yeah, Charlie, what you got to stop throwing around the insults, brother. Let's start with Ryan, who is not with us this week at all. We got Index, Indy Hartwell, and Dexter Loomis is his number 3 pick of the week. Deonna Purrazzo, his number 2, and Christian Cage is Ryan's number 1. Does anybody want to go next? Let's see. Everybody is watching TNT, waiting for tomorrow night. Yeah, tomorrow night obviously could be a big night. Charlie says because he's a heel.
I'm a heel.
Devin's still here every freaking week. Devin, absolutely.
Yes, and I understand the pro wrestling scorecards are up. Be sure to check out Facebook for our latest post on joining our faction. Yes. And with that said, you shouldn't even bother filling it out because I'm going to beat you. But on the off chance that you beat me,
you're doing this again.
Look, one time is a fluke.
All right, that's fair.
One time is me sleeping. I'm not sleeping no more. I'm going undefeated for the remainder of the wrestling calendar year. And if you beat me at the Summerfest, you get to take my picks for Wrestler of the Week. But that ain't gonna happen. And Devin, I will go so far as to say I will beat Devin by 20 points.
Hello. Oh. Look at that. Throwing it down.
I will beat him by 20. 2-0.
Shots fired.
20.
2-0. All right. Let's knock intern Mark's out of the way here, then we'll get to ours. Mark had just Indy at number 3, Indy Hartwell, or Indy Wrestling, as I'm sure he would call her. Deonna Purrazzo is his number 2, and Christian Cage also his number 1. So, Matt or Tim, either one of you guys want to go next?
I would love to go.
All right.
Unlike that fake stuff they do on NXT, AEW does real engagements in the middle of the ring.
Oh.
A big congratulations to Sammy Guevara for getting engaged this week on television, and a nice strong effort versus the Canadian God, the chairman, Jan Spears. Probably the most entertaining Sean Spears has looked in quite some time. And that's all Sammy Guevara's fault. Number 2, double champ herself, Deonna Purrazzo, going to Triple Mania and picking up the Reina's Championship. I believe that's what it's called in a Triple A. And number 1, climbing the insurmountable summit known as Kenny Omega, Christian Cage successfully wins the Impact World Championship on the debut episode of Friday Night Rampage for AEW.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about Rampage coming up here when we talk about AEW. Fun little show, though. Fun little show, hour long. Devin says, bring it on. You're going down at the Summerfest.
We will ban you from the Summerfest.
Just so you know, you losing to me by 19 points isn't you bringing it on. Like, I'm saying I'm going to beat you, and it's going to be by 20. But if I still beat you by 19, it just means that the math was wrong, but the result was still right. Like, you understand? Like, if I finish first, you could finish second or 102nd. I still beat you. Okay.
Tyler, yeah, stick with us there too. He says we'll see CM Punk be in AEW in Chicago. Again, maybe.
Hard maybe. Hard maybe.
Hard maybe. We will talk about that coming up in a little bit as well. Matt, you want to go? You want me to give mine?
I can go. Number 3, I had Christian Cage for the winning of the title. Big moment for him for sure. Number 2, Deonna Purrazzo, former guest of the show. Hey, for winning that Reina de Reina's title down in AAA. And number 1, Brian Myers gets the number 1 contender spot for the Impact World title. I mainly put him as my number 1 just so we would have 2 Impact people. Actually 3, I guess, in our top 3 for the week. So I wanted to ensure that he got those full 5 points, because typically I would have reversed my 1 and 3. Little politicking.
Yeah, that Brian Myers.
Do what you got to do.
Yeah, that Brian Myers number 1 contendership, he cashes in on that at the, I believe it's the Impact Plus event Emergence,
which is tomorrow.
Is that
like? Yeah, it's tomorrow night, and it's a pre-tape, right?
I'm not sure if it is.
I believe it is.
Okay.
Devin says he's doubling down. Oh man.
Oh.
Do what you got to do, Devin. He said, I'll beat you by 40 points.
Now he's
40. Yeah, Devin, I love you, buddy, but that's
he's swinging that big.
Do we need to like look at the PW scorecards? Like,
well, I don't think the SummerSlam one even dropped yet.
It has dropped.
Oh, did it?
Yes.
Devin,
bless your heart
for you, Devin, but
he's here trying. He's out here doing his best. Let me just remind everyone. So at Money in the Bank, I beat him by 8, which is okay.
That's
but
close.
Again, I admitted I beat myself for that. If we go to TakeOver in your house, I beat him by 8. So again, my math may be wrong. Let's look at Hell in a Cell. Oh, Hell in a Cell, I beat you by 11. And then Against All Odds, neither of us played. So like I said, it's gonna be 20 this pay-per-view. You can't even get with you average around 10 points under me, and you're gonna beat me by 40. Only way that happens, bud, is if I slip and fall and bump my head and forget how to log into Twitter, which is connected to Pro Wrestling Scorecards. It's not happening. There's a button on the soundboard, Jim, that will tell Big Dick Devin the percent chance he has of beating me, much less by 40 points at the SummerSlam card. So if you want to hit that,
I got you.
Get right here.
0.0.
That's right. 0.0.
There it is. My 3 for this week. I also have, if I can get the cursor over here, I have Deonna Purrazzo as my number 3. Winning the title at AAA. My number 2. Apparently, there was another show last Friday night where we saw an Intercontinental title change, a really fun match between the King Nakamura and Apollo Crews, where we crowned a new Intercontinental Champion. So King Nakamura found his way to number 2 on my list. And number 1, great match from the opening of AEW Rampage. Christian Cage is my number 1. So rounding out almost the clean sweep this week for old Christian Cage. But Tim, where does that leave us for the week? Where does that leave us for the year?
So for the week, King Nakamura, the new Intercontinental Champion, is in 4th place, earning 1 point. Brian Myers, the most professional wrestler, is in 3rd place with 5. Deonna Purrazzo, the virtuosa herself, 13 points, giving her 2nd place honors. And number 1 with 20 points is the instant classic Christian Cage, taking top honors for week number 19. In our standings overall, you see that the list is a little shorter because the gap is getting wider. Christian Cage makes a huge jump from being not on the top leaderboards now to sole possession of 7th place, just a few shy of the Killer Karrion Kross and Bianca Belair. Unfortunately, it's a happy trails for everyone who has at least earned 10 points. Not enough room for you on the spreadsheet. That includes Cool Kyle, but that may change after TakeOver 36.
It certainly could. And that's where that leaves us for week number 19.
Since John Moxley and Cesaro, way before Gargano, there was Savage and Roddy, and Saturdays on NBC. These 5 guys on Facebook are gonna take a hard look. Come Thursday brings to you the wrestler on the week.
The 3 count question of the week.
As we continue, while we're here in the final days on the march towards the SummerSlam pay-per-view.
SummerSlammed out.
Thought we'd hit one more SummerSlam question for the question of the week. And I thought, kind of looking at the whole history of the show, which superstar is the all-time MVP of the Summer Classic, the WWE SummerSlam? Anybody want to kick us off? Anybody want to start us off?
I think I can.
All right, go ahead, Tim.
I had a very distinct answer until most recent years.
Okay.
But for me, Mr. SummerSlam nowadays is Brock Lesnar. He was a man in most recent years where SummerSlam has been almost directly related to him. You have to think about the main event matchup with Triple H, the Beast versus the Best.
Lesnar is here. Brock. Lesnar is here. Yeah, Brock. Lesnar is here. Brock. Lesnar is here. Yes, Brock. Lesnar is here. Brock. Lesnar is here. Accept the daisies. Not contracted to accept the daisies. Not contracted to accept the daisies. Not contracted to accept the daisy isn't here. No, accept the daisy.
So again, thank you to the Smart Mark roommates for that gem of a song. Love it.
Yeah, but to me, I think it's Brock Lesnar. Even going very early on, winning his first WWE title in his debut SummerSlam versus The Rock, the banger of a classic in 2003 with Kurt Angle, and then again with his most recent history with matches with The Undertaker and Punk and Roman and Seth and his matches with Cena. It's hard to go against the Beast Incarnate.
Damn, that's bold. I kind of made a short list and tried to narrow it down from there. Brock didn't make it on my list, but it's you make a compelling case there, Tim. Devin, is it kind of bad? Me and Tim's rivalry better than anything on the second hour of AEW last night. I mean, you may not be totally wrong, Devin. You may not be totally wrong, but gotta be careful saying stuff like that. Matt, you want to go next? You want me to go?
I could go next. For me, it came down to two people. One of them was, I hope you have a clip ready. It was John Cena.
Hello.
That works. But much like Tim, in recent years, we've seen the resurgence of Brock Lesnar as kind of the main event player at SummerSlam, and that would include the 96,000 German suplexes he gave to my other candidate in the running for Mr. SummerSlam. So I would also have to go with Brock Lesnar.
Damn. Okay. You know, I know you can't always just pull straight statistics when talking about the you know, who's the best and this and that, but to me it comes down to a guy who's had the fourth most matches. He has the most wins. He's 11-2 at SummerSlam. Now, will he be 11-3 or will it be 12-2 after this week? Tyler and everyone else, stay tuned. Maybe there's a hard maybe there. Main evented twice. Been part of, you know, one of the most legendary tag team matches took place at SummerSlam. I'm gonna go with Edge as my MVP of SummerSlam. And we'll see if he can add to that legacy this Sunday now, or excuse me, this Saturday. I got to get used to saying that. It was tough for me. I almost went with my guy, Bret the Hitman Hart. Don't roll your eyes. Bret has a strong case for SummerSlam. Now,
Let's hear it.
He's got a 7-4 record, which is
mediocre. It's
mediocre.
barely a playoff team. Keep going.
Actually, if you look at the all-time records, he is up there amongst the players. He's won each of the titles that were in the WWF when he was a part. So he won a world title at SummerSlam. He won an intercontinental title. He won a tag title at SummerSlam. Some of the best SummerSlam, and in some cases, some argue some matches of all time, but best SummerSlam matches, the ones with Mr. Perfect for the intercontinental title, with Owen Hart in the cage match, and the British Bulldog at 92 are among Bret Hart's resume at SummerSlam. Not quite strong enough to get to the MVP position in mine, but I mean, Bret has a strong SummerSlam resume, but just not quite strong enough, even for me, to put him at number one. Devin says he's not afraid of any of the AEW marks. None of them. Who got beat by the mighty Yokozuna to become champ? But so Edge is mine, and so I got two for Brock. Is there anybody else? So Matt, you had Cena. Tim, was there anybody else that would have made kind of your short list?
Bret was going to make my short list. For he's so consistent at SummerSlam until you get to when he leaves. Like his resume does kind of speak for itself with matches against the two matches against Demolition, the match against the Brainbusters, the classic with Perfect, the classic with Bulldog, pulling double duty in 93.
Right.
94, the classic versus Owen. Or double, It is double duty at 93. 95 is the only blemish on his record is 95 against Isaac Yankem.
Oof, yeah. I mean, that's not his fault.
John Cena, though, also has a really big record at SummerSlam too. And not to like tease a topic we're going to talk about in a little bit, but old Phil from Chicago is up there with SummerSlam honors. He's got some really good bangers at SummerSlam too.
A couple others I had on my list. Undertaker with the most matches, 16 matches at SummerSlam. Second most win. He's 10-5-1 at SummerSlam. Triple H 8-5. He has the third most wins. And then another, and this is more recent, and it's just unfortunately with the resumes and just the length of time for Edge and Taker and Brett and Triple H and others. Charlotte Flair currently 4-0 at SummerSlam. She's won 2 titles. She defeated Trish Stratus 2 years ago. So building a strong resume. Obviously, again, we'll be predicting it here shortly. See if she can add to that list this Saturday night. But currently sitting undefeated, not to be overlooked, is Charlotte Flair's record at SummerSlam. Matt, did you have any others that were at least within consideration?
I mean, Triple H and Shawn Michaels both had pretty solid SummerSlam resumes to their name too. So, of course, I'm going to look at them. That's usually where I start. But as I was thinking about it more, I just couldn't even put either of them in my top 2.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, why don't we pause here? I know it's a little bit earlier for the pause, but nothing wrong with a condensed episode, especially after the long day that Big Jim has had.
It's going to be real heavy on the back end, though. I mean, we got SummerSlam predictions. We've got TakeOver 36 predictions. We've got AEW Rampage talks. It's there's a lot worth sticking around, folks, for.
Absolutely. So we'll pause here. When we come back, we will predict this Saturday night's SummerSlam show, and then get to much more. Stick with us. 3 Count Thursday live.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
You're listening to NGSC Sports Radio. Hear us live on ngscsports.com, where you can get awesome analysis on all things sports. Or check out our podcast on iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, and much more. For our latest videos, subscribe to NGSC Sports YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter at NGSC Sports, and like us on Facebook. NGSC Sports. We never stop.
Are you looking for a place to listen to your favorite music and sports? Look no further. WLSN, the Leeb Sports and Music Network, is a web-based music and sports network. Our network was created to provide authentic, high-energy entertainment through live streaming to a national audience. We play popular music while hosting podcasts from all over the world. Curious? Check us out on the web at leebsports.com. That's LEEIB sports.com. Or find us on the TuneIn Radio app. Got Alexa? Just say, Alexa, play WLSN on TuneIn. WLSN is America's #1 blog-themed sports and music network.
Welcome back, 3 Count Thursday live, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Make sure you are subscribed to all of our social media channels. 3 Count Thursday, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Make sure you're subscribed on all podcast platforms. Give us a rate and review on Apple Podcast if you subscribe to us over there. If you enjoy the show, tell one person about the show. We'd appreciate that. Help us grow the show even more. And then tell them if they enjoy it to share with somebody else. And that's how the whole little networking thing goes. And hope you can help us out there on that front. If you're following along with us live, give us a like and a share. Get as many people in here as we run through the SummerSlam predictions, the NXT TakeOver predictions. You can absolutely interact with us and give your thoughts on the matches at hand. We're still waiting on intern Mark, but he will join with us when he can. I think he's gonna send me his picks if he can get in here. Can somebody send him the link to the Wikipedia page so he can at least see the matches? Good God, we're holding his hand. We're doing our best.
I'm on it.
Thank you, Tim. I do appreciate that. So this Saturday night, of course, is the Summer Classic, WWE SummerSlam, from the Allegiant Stadium in Paradise, Nevada, starting at 8:00 Eastern time. And there's 10 matches on the card, so I can't imagine this one's going to be short by any stretch of the imagination. One or two of these I would assume would get bumped to a kickoff show. That has not been announced as of yet either. But let's start. I'll start at the bottom here on the Wikipedia predictions. We'll work our way around the room. AJ Styles and Omos defending the Raw Tag Team Championships against RK Bro, of course, Randy Orton and Riddle. Both Ryan and myself. Ryan got his picks into me with his absence tonight. Both of us have the titles changing here. RK Bro, your new Raw Tag Team Champions this Saturday night. Matt, we'll go to you.
Yes, I also have RK Bro picking up the tag titles.
Tim, how about you?
So I'm going to be a little espionagic here. I'm making up words because I know Devin's here and he's going to try to lap me in the picks. So do I throw him off the scent and make him pick against me?
I mean,
you don't have to give your scorecard picks here on the show. You can
I don't have to. Yeah, because I can say what I want and then actually pick what I know is going to happen.
Answer. It doesn't have to be what you're actually going to.
It's RK bro.
Yeah, this one seems pretty obvious. Devin's right there with you. He's got RK Bro. Then we go to. Is this going to be a kickoff show match? Eva Marie with Dewdrop versus Alexa Bliss? No.
Do you just say who's in this match again?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's not going to.
It's Alexa Bliss.
Yeah. You're right. My bad. My B.
You just gonna relegate her to the kickoff match. How dare you?
I mean, I was trying to relegate the first name I read to the kickoff. It's my bad. I'm sorry. Eva Marie with Dewdrop taking on Alexa Bliss. Ryan and I both have Alexa Bliss. Tim,
I got Alexa here. It's apropos. I swear to God, if Eva Marie beats Alexa Bliss. By the way, my penis is saved because he didn't come out to the break the walls down, Chris Jericho. So I will put my nuts on.
I'll put my nuts on it.
That Alexa Bliss beats Eve Marie. That is my Stone Cold Steel
nuts on it.
Stone Cold Steel lead pipe. Bet my nuts pick Alexa over Eva, and if not, I would be one nutless boy.
You better lock it up.
Matt.
So I think that Dewdrop is going to drag Alexa Bliss out of the ring, and Lily gets the pin. No, Alexa Bliss wins.
Yo, actually, I see that happening.
Yeah, now that you said that, I changed my pick. Devin has Alexa. Mike has Stone Cold. All right, then we go to a singles match. Veer and Shanky are banned from ringside for this one. Drew McIntyre versus Jinder Mahal.
Heath Slater is special guest ref.
God, please,
If-
please.
If there's
WWE.
ever been a match that screams kickoff, this is it,
There's
bro.
no way they put Drew on the kickoff though.
You want to bet?
I'm just. I'll bet. No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna. As much as I love him, I'm gonna hinder Jinder on this one. I'm going with Drew McIntyre. Ryan's got Jinder picking up the win here. Matt, we'll go to you.
I have Drew picking up the win here, but by disqualification.
We'll get the real payoff at Night of Champions in September.
No, Night of Extreme Rules is next.
There we go.
Okay. Oh,
there's where we see
there it
the
is.
fallout match.
On a pole match or something.
That's where Heath Slater on a pole match.
So intern Mark does have his picks in. So to catch up, he's got RK Bro, he's got Alexa Bliss, and for this, he's got Drew McIntyre. But I'm going Jinder Mahal. I'm going the modern day Maharaja, the modern day Mookie Blaylock, the modern day Mahi Mahi. That's him. Hinder Jinder, get him on the motorcycle, send him out, vroom vroom stick. He's gonna win this, and he's gonna put Drew McIntyre in the dirt on the pre-show, on the kickoff, not pre-show,
Kickoff show.
He gonna kick it off, Jack.
Devin's got Drew. There we go. We got our first discrepancy, unless they're sending each other off the stand.
He gonna be wrong. This man right here is about to take a L. He better hold it up on his forehead because he's
Mike
being
says
loser.
they can't let anyone get champion on paper.
That's so true.
And he says, "Don't hinder Jinder while he is swiping on Tinder." All
Yo,
right,
I bet you Jinder Mahal it would make a killing on Tinder.
Oh, you ain't. Yeah, no kid,
Boy,
man.
he slather his hard body up in Crisco because all them hoes just be slipping off of him.
Then we go.
And they're hoes because I don't know their names individually.
Thank you. Thank you for clearing that up. Singles match for the WWE United States Championship. We got Sheamus defending against Damian Priest. Ryan and I both here. We see another title change coming. Damian Priest will be your new United States champion this Saturday night in Las Vegas. Tim, we'll go to you.
I know I just said that Drew McIntyre and Jinder Mahal may be the most pre-showiest match I've ever seen, and then this one shows up. I might have to rescind my invitation to Jinder Mahal and Drew McIntyre. Welcome to the big show, boys, because Sheamus out here, Captain Kickoff, is about to do some work with Damian Priest. Intern Mark has Damian Priest, and I too have the Archer of the Infirmary, Mr. Damian Priest. He gonna win it. He gonna do it for America. He gonna do it for
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny. He's gonna do it for Los Puertorriqueños. He's gonna do it for everybody.
Matt, who do you got?
Yep, I have Damian Priest winning. I will never pick Sheamus in a match ever. And I'm hoping that he leaps into a hot tub again after this win.
There you go.
Have his pants just suction up.
Yep, his leather pants right in the hot tub.
Devin has Priest winning as well. Mike said he's going to go with Hawkeye to win the U.S. title.
Oh, bow and arrow man.
There you go. Then we go to the singles match. The man with the most wins in the history of the SummerSlam.
SummerSlam out.
Etch taking on Seth Rollins. Ryan has Etch, and he specifically wrote out Etch as the victor here. I have Seth Rollins.
You have a burning desire to be
burning desire. Matt, let's go with you.
I also have Seth Rollins picking up the win. I feel like this is what Edge really wanted to do in this match, was to put over Rollins. Oh, I'm sorry, Etch.
Thank you.
Really wanted to put over Rollins in this one.
Tim.
Intern Mark has Seth Rollins over Adam Copeland, and I do as well.
All right. Devin says he is going with Seth as well in this
You
one.
ain't gonna beat me by 40 if you keep taking all my picks, brother.
Then we go to the singles match for the SmackDown Women's Championship, a match that was kind of shrouded in some uncertainty over the last week as following Friday Night SmackDown, a unforeseen circumstances. Sasha and Bianca both removed from house shows last weekend, sending the internet wrestling world into a tizzy. But the word is all clear for this Saturday night. Bianca defends the SmackDown Women's title against Sasha Banks. I am going to go with Sasha to pick up the win and the title. The Bianca, I think, is maybe a little bit better with the chase than actually as the champion. Ryan, though, has Bianca retaining the title. So, Tim, we'll go to you.
Intern Mark has Bianca Belair retaining the SmackDown Women's title. I think. Oh, hi, boys. I think there's a little bit more that I need to get from this before I can make like a final decision. But if I'm going based off of what I saw last week on SmackDown, I'm picking Sasha Banks to be the new SmackDown Women's Champion.
That's fair. Matt?
I'm picking Bianca because I'm never allowed to support Sasha Banks on the show.
That's right.
I know the rules.
Yeah,
it's good.
Especially now that she's got the fishnet girls with her. I don't understand that group. I don't understand Sasha and Zelina and Carmella as a group at all.
Yeah, that's I don't
get it.
Just because they all are against Bianca,
I guess.
Whoa, guys! It sounds like we're critical of a WWE storyline here, Jim.
No, that's okay. I've been critical of some things as of late. It's a new day. It's a new day, Matt. It's a new day here.
Don't worry. He sat there and shat on the second hour of Dynamite too. So
I did. Yeah, I'm not completely changing myself. Jesus, give me a little bit of credit.
I feel like that text was sent to Devin, like, "Hey, man, can you set me up for one? Give me the assist on some AEW hating."
Yeah, there's some AEW hate. Devin here has Bianca Belair picking up the win. Mike says, "Would you say it was a Delta reason?" Well, that's what all the epidemiologists on the internet.
See, I don't know if they fly Delta very much.
I mean, well, if they do, that would explain why they didn't make it to the next town, because apparently a lot of Delta flights have been canceled. I'm not a flyer, so I don't know.
I haven't flown. When I fly international.
There you go. Yes, you do. Mike says he will take the EST of PhD, PTSD, MLB, WWE to retain. Then we go to the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. The Usos. We'll find out if they play Hard in the Paint or not. We're not sure. Taking on and defending against Rey and Dominic Mysterio.
Another nominee for the pre-show here.
Yeah, this one feels like it could be a pre-show heater.
They can't go back-to-back pre-show. They was the pre-show last month.
Right. That's right.
They can't go two in a row. They're not going to do that to us.
That's why it has the feel, but they can't do it.
Yeah, they're like, no, we can't do it. We can't put the right-hand man and the towel man.
Hey, Vince, can we put this on again? Can we put this on the pre-show again, Vince?
God damn it, no.
We did it last month.
They're related to Roman.
Oh, I'm sorry, Vince.
They've got to open the show.
Like Vince McMahon remembers what happened last month.
He doesn't remember what happened.
Where have you been?
Who? The Wild Samoans?
Alpha?
Vince, your arms are looking really good today, though. Vascular.
Ryan and I have the Usos retaining. There's no way these are going back to Rey and Dominic. Which way are we going? I don't remember. Tim, are we going back towards you this time?
That's fine. I don't give a
Tim,
shit.
go ahead.
I got
Don't lose track. There's only 3 of us.
I got the Oosie Juicies. Mark's got the Oosie Juicies.
Matt, how about you?
Yep. Hide their car keys because they're going to win. They're going to celebrate.
One of them can drive. They only got to walk. They got to walk down the strip to get to the Pacquiao fight.
That's true.
So it'll be what a public drunkenness charge this month?
No, it's Vegas. Anything happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, baby. He's all right.
Have open container down the street in Vegas.
You could practically kill somebody in Las Vegas and be all right.
Right.
So not to like change the subject here,
sure,
but I think I figured out why they actually did Saturday for SummerSlam. So the Pacquiao fight is also a Fox presentation.
Aha.
So I think they're using SmackDown as a lead-in to the Pacquiao fight.
There we go. That's smart. That is smart.
I believe that's called synergy, boss.
Devin's got the Usos. Mike says he can't pick Dominic Mysterio ever, so Usos.
That's
just
fair.
pick his dad.
That-
Just pick
that
his
is
dad.
fair. Just pick Ray.
Yeah.
Hey, little Ray get the win. William says Usos for the win, and give the keys to Jay.
Give the keys to Naomi.
A little bit of the bubbly.
There you go. Then we go to the singles match for the WWE Championship. A match that should be 4 minutes or less. Goldberg taking on Lashley. Ryan and I both have the man Lashley retaining. This one should be really easy. Don't overthink it. It's Bob. It's Bob. Matt.
You're right. It should be a short match. Spear, jackhammer, Goldberg for the win.
Hey, fuck you, buddy.
So I really truly want my man Bob to win this.
Bobby!
But there is something inside of me that is like, do you have the Big E clip of him just screaming Goldberg's name?
I don't. The only Big
Goldberg. Yo, man, you can't not bet on against Goldberg. He's in there. He's in there, and he might do some things.
Oh no!
I'm going my heart. I'm not going. I'm not. Oh God! Now he's hitchhiking. No! He's going. He's leaving. I gotta go. I gotta go. Bob here.
Bobby.
Bob Lashley.
Thank you. Only one of us making a bad choice.
You know he's doing that because he's doing it because we ask for this.
I know.
You do.
I know. That's what I've heard.
Mainly because I want to hear Jim on the post-show recap.
You know, it wasn't a bad choice.
No.
I gave it a C because it was short.
No.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see the grade on this.
It was less than 2 minutes, so it got a C-.
Goldberg won. He didn't almost kill Bobby Lashley on the jackhammer. That's a B+.
The spear actually didn't look too bad, guys.
87.
Gage taught him a thing or two. The spear looked clean. That's an A-. Gage took his shirt off. A+.
Gage dabbed. Match of the year.
Gage dabbed, and we're heading to WrestleMania 45. Gage versus Nicholas. Sign it up right now. Get it.
Devin's got Lashley. Mike says, to quote the great Leo. Tim, you want to take this one? To quote the great Leo Rush.
Mama Bob. That's Bill.
Oh, Devin, Jesus, don't you dare.
This guy is this
Don't
guy
you
is
dare.
disrespectful.
That's a slap across
This
the face.
match should be on the pre-show. No offense to Bobby. That is goddamn ridiculous, Devin.
Ridiculous.
William says Bobby for the win, then Big E cashes in the briefcase.
But does he even have the briefcase though?
Okay, can we sidebar on that?
I would love to sidebar at all the stupid shit that WWE is doing with contracts over the last month.
Tabby cat.
Sad Corbin
is the greatest thing on television, not named Roman Reigns.
Thank you.
Yes.
Let me add, before we sidebar too far, Jim, if there was a wrestler in Impact whose storyline was that he was a bum, how badly would you rip that storyline?
No, if it's pulled off to this,
because I agree, it's fantastic.
This quality, I'm all for it.
But I feel like if AEW had a down on his luck loser as one of their characters,
sense though.
I just need $100,000.
Like it's gotta make it's so perfect. He went from being a king to just having mustard on his shirt, and he's got he has my head of hair.
No, you have better hair than you have better hair than Baron Corbin right now,
which is sad. I feel like it is so fucking good. Like my wife loves the gimmick as well.
It's so good.
It is so good. So he runs off with the briefcase last week. Like I just assume that this week they're gonna have him trying to sell it back to Big E.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's just he doesn't even to me, he's not gonna even care about the contract inside. It's not even about the championship for him. It's just he's literally just trying to make his money back so he can stop being a bum. I love just he grabs it and runs. I love it. I love it.
So we're getting to another thing though that the former King Baron Corbin is responsible for. And we're jumping a little ahead, but I want to be critical of this.
Okay.
I want to make mention right now that there is nowhere in America, not even the lawless states of Florida and Texas, where you could just Big Jim, you just celebrated getting a new place of employment. Your new place of employment has this beautiful contract written for you.
They do. Correct.
Everything's great. You have not signed said contract yet, but your name is printed on the bottom line. But Baron Corbin needs the money. So Baron Corbin jumps you and signs his name on your contract. Does that mean that he gets your job with your money? Or does that mean that your employer needs to print out a new contract so that you can sign it? Because right now, John Cena did the same ish to Finn Balor, and we're cool with John Cena just fighting Roman Reigns for no reason, but nowhere in a court of law would this shit, it would never stand. Not 1 second.
No.
Every single state would be like, oh, WWE needs to reprint that, and we need to get Finn Balor in here, and everything's great. But it's wrestling. Let's go back to other legal proceedings from the WWE. Stone Cold Steve Austin was nearly killed by a vehicle.
What?
And instead of alerting the police, the WWE was like, you know what? Stone Cold can find his man.
Who?
No, we need to arrest the man that almost eliminated a person from the earth.
But the big boss man wasn't in the WWF at the time.
There's actual policemen.
Or the Mountie wasn't in the WWE at the time, right?
There ain't a horse that's going to catch the Rikishi man in the car. No.
But yeah, I mean,
is wrestling, man.
Dude, it is.
It's the most wrestling thing I've seen on television in a long time. We're just gonna juggle a contract. John Cena's gonna write his name in Sharpie in big block letters, Cena, and then he's gonna sign it with a little star and then go about his business. Shut the H up.
To me, the only thing that they've done wrong with the Sad Corbin gimmick is that when it was whatever the CorbinFund.com or something, that it wasn't a real site that went to charity. To me, that's the only thing they've done wrong with this gimmick, because otherwise I think it is just hitting on all fronts. It's so good.
But you're gonna have people sneakily giving money to Baron Corbin, and then they're gonna get a tax receipt for like Connor's Cure, and they're gonna be like, "I didn't donate to Connor's Cure. I want that money to go to Baron Corbin. That man needs a head shave and a new T-shirt."
And he needs a new dress shirt. That one's got mustard on it.
Yo, man,
was it Main Event mustard?
Probably sauce it. You know who's extra proud of Baron Corbin right now?
Who's that?
Luke Harper. Brody Lee is looking at that man's old, used, busted up white shirt, and he's going, "Man, that's so good. Don't tear that shirt. You tear that shirt, you're going to start back from the beginning."
So good. Lou says contract signing reeked of Hogan showing up to fight Yoko at WrestleMania.
I can't let this Jap brother do anything to my Canadian friend. If you go back and watch these Hulk promos on Yokozuna and some like leading up to like King of the Ring,
is it that bad?
Yo, he is calling him a stinky, nasty Japanese.
Ooh.
Like the signs were out on Terry in '94. But we just didn't care because red, white, and blue running through our veins, brother. Nope. Big, stinky, nasty, bombing us, dude. Yokozuna sneaking up behind us with your nasty Mr. Fuji.
Not good. Devin says he wants to see Corbin hitchhike a ride to the next event.
Did y'all see the video of Baron Corbin trying to get into a live event and he couldn't get in?
Shit, no. Is it on?
It was on WWE's TikTok, but it's got to be somewhere else. But
okay.
It's like a day in the life of Baron Corbin, but it's narrated by him. He's like, "I went to go show up to work today, but they told me that I didn't work there." And he's dressed like the bum with his hair, and he's standing backstage, like outside, next to a promo truck that has his picture on the truck. And he's like, "I'm here for work." He goes, "You don't work here." And he goes, "My face is right here on the truck."
But it's King Corbin's face, right?
And the guy's like, "That's not you. You don't work here." It's so good. Let me see if I can find it.
Go here.
That's so good. All right. So we went through all of Goldberg versus Lashley. Let's go to triple threat match for the Raw Women's title. We got Nikki ASH defending against Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley. Ryan has almost a superhero retaining in this one. I feel like they're just maybe they're just going to hit the panic button in case of emergency, break glass. Let's go with Charlotte as the new Raw Women's Champion for the 15th time, 14th time, something over 10. She's won more than 10. Charlotte Flair, your new Raw Women's Champion. Matt.
I don't know. I don't really want any of them to win, but I guess
can we just not?
Just for continuity's sake, let's just keep it on Nikki.
All right. Here we go. Tim.
I got Charlotte beating Rhea. Oh wait, that's a little spoilery for I got Charlotte winning the Raw Women's Championship.
What about intern Mark?
Intern Mark has Nikki almost a superhero.
All right. Devin has Charlotte picking up the win. Williams says Ash will retain, but he wouldn't be sad if Rhea wins. He's over with Charlotte. So over. And then finally, we got the biggest match of the summer here, the singles match for the WWE Universal Championship. The head of the table, the man Roman Reigns defending against John Cena. Ryan has Roman retaining. I, with the part of me that just likes to watch the world burn just a little, I'm going to go ahead.
And his name is John Stamos.
I've been saying for years, the man's going to get 17. Ric Flair just asked for his release. He's showing up with an AEW guy on another show. He's going back to the NWA. WWE loves to rewrite history. Give me that 17. John Cena becomes the Universal Champion 2 nights from now at SummerSlam. It's going to happen. Tim, go ahead.
I don't want to pick him. But WWE can't help themselves sometimes. And they love to do historical-ish.
Right?
See, because they're in this pocket where they can go one of two ways. Ric Flair just left, so they have to find somebody who wins 17 world titles. But then Roman Reigns is on this God run, and they need to find more distance to push themselves away from CM Punk being 434-day champion.
Uh-oh.
But you just read off this year wrestling history, or this day in wrestling history, and what Brock Lesnar had like a 500 and something day run.
500, yeah, 504.
Okay, so that means Roman Reigns is not safe anymore. I thought that Brock Lesnar reign wasn't 500 days. Now that it's 500 days, CM Punk is a moot point.
How many times did you defend the title in those 500 days?
Doesn't matter.
That's
3.
irrelevant.
It's a
history doesn't have a history.
To
505, that's a statistical number.
To quote Mick Foley, during his TNA World Championship run, it is a title reign, not a menstrual cycle. I don't have to defend this once a month. There's nothing that says that. I defend this when I defend it. Get over it.
We have that rule though.
They used to, that a title had to be defended every 30 days. It's an unwritten wrestling. It's an unwritten rule.
Speaking of the TNA title, apparently it was retired tonight because remember
the gold title.
The actual TNA Heavyweight Championship.
Yes,
has been laid to rest by one Christian Cage.
R.I.P. 7 years ago.
I
have to pick John Cena here.
John Cena.
Who's intern Mark have?
Intern Mark has the big dog, the head of the table, the end all be all, the ooh-ah-ah man, Mr. Ooh-ah-ah, the ooh-ah man, Roman Reigns.
All right, Matt, how about you?
If WWE is nothing else, they are spiteful. We saw them give Nikki Bella the longest women's title reign after CM Punk and thus AJ Lee left the company. So now that Rick has left, thank you. They have to cover their bases. Big Match John gets number 17.
I love it.
I hate it.
I've been telling you guys for years. I've been saying it for years. I'm not saying I'm necessarily happy about it. I've said it for years that it was gonna happen.
I want to be wrong so bad.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
I want to be wrong.
I've been warning.
I have not wanted to be wrong in my entire life more than I am wrong here.
I have been warning you guys for years. Devin has Roman Reigns. William says, let Cena get the 17th title. There we go. So William right there with us as well. All right, so that gives us all the matches. Preemptive grade. We're sitting here 2 days. Still weird. SummerSlam on a Saturday, but 2 days ahead of SummerSlam. Matt, what's your preemptive grade for SummerSlam?
Let me see. There's maybe like 4 matches on here that I'm excited about, so let's go with a C+.
All right. Tim.
I'm gonna go with a B because I think that they're gonna show out for real. But let's go back to Matt. Matt, what do you think Big Jim's proposed letter grade is going to be for the Summerfest?
I think he's going to play it conservative, so his lowest grade yet of an A-, just the 1-.
So you think he's going to put Goldberg? He's going to put Goldberg, Brock Lesnar to A-.
I think so.
Okay.
Will you stop?
So that's going to average him out to an A. You think?
I could see that.
Okay. All right. Oh, Big Jim, you're here. I didn't see you there. But Big Jim, what do you think your proposed letter grade's going to be?
I'll go B. I'll go with.
Oh, bullshit. Bullshit. Wait, didn't one pay-per-view have an absolute 0 on it and that got a B?
No, that was like a C, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
I think my grade for that show, that was the horror show. I don't give a shit what last year's Extreme Rules was.
The horror.
The one where the Miz actually legit got hurt, but the fucking zombies.
Zomboids, yep.
That one, I think I had the lowest grade out of all of us, if memory serves. Devin says B+, and William says C+ or B-. I got a message from Ryan. He said A++. He's gonna
nice.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I mean he's on
or he's listening and he thinks that your average your grade is going to be A++.
That warms the cock.
All right, let's keep plugging away here. We still have another set of predictions on the night, but that will come in just a little bit. AEW last Friday night had the debut of Rampage.
Yeah, I mean, I see yet.
Then we got tomorrow night AEW Rampage in Chicago. There's been a lot of teasing, a lot of dancing around, talking about it's going to be the biggest week in wrestling. I think everybody, Tony Khan's out there tweeting today about how current fans are going to love it. It's going to bring back old fans, that it's the biggest night in AEW history. The AEW starts anew tomorrow night, something like that. He tweeted out earlier. Let me see if I can actually find the tweet. I just saw it a little bit before we came on air. Lots of rumors about what's going to happen tomorrow night in Chicago. So let's start with Rampage. New 1-hour show debuted last week. I think it was 3 matches. Pretty straightforward wrestling show, 1 hour, very driven. I thought it was great. I mean, you have the SmackDown lead in. I thought SmackDown felt the pressure, whatever you want to say. A lot of buzz about another show on another network. I thought SmackDown delivered. Can AEW do another show at 11 p.m. on TNT on a Monday night, please, to make a Monday night show on USA have a little bit more focus and direction? But but no, I thought Rampage. I thought Rampage was a great show. You know, will it have the same push and drive each and every week? Will remain to be seen. I hope it does. But I liked it. I liked what they did last Friday. Tim, Matt, your guys' thoughts on Rampage a week ago?
I
didn't watch it.
I personally, I love this hour-long concept. Like an hour's worth of wrestling at the end of a Friday. Like it's just it hit. The only thing I would have changed is I would have changed the match order, but I also understand that you want to give the profile to the women for the main event, and they're in Britsburg. It's an easy victory. But this week, man, the first dance, like I'm strapped in for whatever it is. I'm not entirely sold yet. Like, part of me is not sold that it's CM Punk. Call me crazy. Call me outright insane.
Remember when I talked about the part of me that likes to watch the world burn? There's I mean, that part of me is would, and here's the thing. I think Punk is AEW bound, whether it happens tomorrow or not. I don't think that's that's not in question to me. But there is definitely a part of me that would love for him to not, because everybody, I mean, like a lot of friends of the show, everybody's expecting it tomorrow night. Everybody's expecting Rampage comes on the air and you hear Cult Personality, or you hear whatever music they're going to play, and Phil from Chicago is going to be the open of the show.
I mean, I would assume Vegas has pretty high odds that he debuts tomorrow.
Sure. I mean,
without question.
I would be shocked if he did, honestly. It doesn't feel like a big enough moment for that to me.
So it is a big moment because they've hyped it as such.
Mm-hmm.
To me, they've done too many like sly Easter eggs over the last couple of weeks.
The Cookie Monster shirt,
the Chick Magnet shirt, all the best in the world talks.
Mm-hmm.
Like all of that stuff, that to me, those look like big red herrings. Like I'm not entirely sold. Now I know CM Punk was just on an interview where they asked him straight up, like, you have plans on being at the United Center for Rampage? And Punk asks what day it is, and apparently there is a screening for episode 3 of Heels in Chicago on that day.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I heard about that.
So he doesn't know, like, it's not necessarily set in stone or not, but like they don't know. With all that said, I am not going to get baited into not thinking that this can't be Brian Danielson.
See,
I've said it since the beginning. Like, they say best in the world. Best in the world can easily be Brian Danielson.
I mean, there's another best in the world lurking out there. You don't ask for it.
Oh, that guy.
Lou says, I'm calling it now. Cult of Personality hits, 30 seconds goes by. Nobody comes out. Final countdown hits. AEW welcomes Brian Danielson. I mean, it would certainly get reaction. I mean, I think it would get a ton of buzz if it's not Punk, if it's Brian Danielson. This is the tweet from Tony Khan earlier today, 6:09 tonight. I'm betting that excitement from the most anticipated announcement in AEW history at AEW Rampage. The first dance will build up through All Out on pay-per-view. We'll make new fans, plus we'll welcome dormant wrestling households worldwide back into the fold. A new era in AEW begins tomorrow.
Dormant wrestling fans.
Dormant wrestling fans.
Ain't that some verbiage?
That is some verbiage.
We've come a long way from using phrase lapsed fan, right?
Sure.
Like now it's dormant.
Or, yeah. I mean, it's
former ex.
Right. I mean, it's the people who have tuned out from the other show on the other network. Like, I mean, it's, that's what it is. Lou says, my God, it's Hogan.
I swear to God, if it's Hogan, I'm
out.
My
Done.
nuts.
Done.
My nuts. Take them.
Nuts on it.
Gone.
Davin didn't watch Rampage last week either.
Y'all missed out. Like Omega and Christian was a banger.
Real good.
Miro and Fuego del Sol was really, really good.
I thought that was booked perfectly because it's like,
that might have been match of the night. Like, if I'm being honest with myself,
I mean,
because it was like the hottest 4 minutes.
It was.
It
And
was
like, that's
so
the thing
good.
is like, for a second, they had me believing that Miro might lose, which there was no reason he should have. No reason Miro should lose, and they almost had me hooked that he was going to, which is impressive because the way they've been, the 180 that they did with Miro since he's been TNT champion has been incredible. Like,
There's one thing I didn't like about Rampage,
and that is
the screaming corpse of Chris Jericho.
Just awful.
They're gonna do the sign. They're doing the sign.
Like, he was just
awful,
screaming at me.
So did you see the tweet?
No.
Okay, so somebody tweeted, like, I don't know if he tweeted at everybody or like just at Jericho, but told him to stop yelling on commentary. And Jericho's response was turn the volume down. And I was like, apparently Mongoose McQueen doesn't understand that if I turn the volume down so his volume is at a normal human level, the other three guys on commentary plus everything else happening on the show, which is at a human volume, would then be rendered unhearable. Like, he is just too loud. Like, sure, he's bringing excitement. He's jacked up to be there. Move that microphone about like 8 more inches away from your face, or somebody in the truck turn the gain down a tad on Sergeant Skid Row over there.
Nah, man, he's got it. The knob is broken off, man.
Holy hell.
They're past 11.
And
It's
like, did he do like, did he drink all the bubbly before the show? Did he do like 8 lines of Coke before the show or something? Because the man didn't shut up.
I think what it was is that he has found his latest alcoholic adventure. Rumor has it that Jericho is he's reinvesting on the original recipe of Four Loko. And he is, boy, the epitome of uppers and downers. That is,
God.
Like, he is going to spin his body topsy-turvy. Like, he is the Tasmanian devil. He's just gonna spin and spin and spin.
No, the Tasmanian Devil's one of the other 3 guys on commentary.
No, that's just Taz.
Oh, gotcha. Like,
honest mistake.
Yeah.
like remove Jericho from that commentary team, and I actually think it's a pretty good team. Like I thought,
mean, you could also remove Mark Henry.
I would rather remove Mark Henry from backstage interviewer. Personally,
I would rather him be the backstage interviewer.
Okay, I mean, I'm not going to totally like. He was nervous.
He doesn't have the cadence for like doing
maybe
commentary.
he'll find it because I think this was his
Maybe.
first night ever as backstage interviewer. So I'll give it time. I'm not going to totally.
He was never like great on the mic to begin with.
No,
Yo, that Hall of Fame speech should get you talking.
Yeah. Besides
that's
that,
about it.
Besides
But aside from like
Jack,
shouting, that's what I do. Like,
Hall of Pain, baby.
But yeah, Taz great. Excalibur in that role, I thought was really good. I again Extract, and I'm so proud of my wife. She refers to Chris Jericho as the bloated corpse of Chris Jericho. I'm so proud of her. But if you remove him from commentary, I think the team is just fine. I think it's better than the 3 play-by-play guys you have on Wednesday night, plus Don Callis on commentary for half the show. Let's see. Devin here says, I think we're not going to see CM Punk until the very end of the show. Punk music's going to hit. MJF coming out to massive boos from the crowd. See, I think that the Moxley promo from last night, when it was the when he called out, was it Daniel Garcia for the main event match tomorrow night? I think Moxley's going to murder a man in the ring in about 30 seconds. And then I think that's where we get Punk and possibly a Punk Moxley match, because that'll create buzz going into All Out. But I feel like there was a lot of shots or hints during that Moxley promo that might lead to the potential first match for CM Punk in AEW.
I listened to that promo and I didn't pick up on any of those hints.
Maybe
I didn't have.
Maybe it was just me fantasy booking it. I don't know. Like,
because
to me, it was just why? I don't know.
Why? Good question.
I just to me. I don't know. I just like Daniel Garcia attacking Moxley. Moxley says let's put him in the main event. To me, Moxley's just gonna go out there and murder him, and then Punk's music's gonna hit. Unless if Punk doesn't come out at the start.
I think I think Daniel Garcia is gonna. This is a coming out party for Daniel Garcia.
Think?
Oh yeah, Daniel Garcia is really good. Like, he's very good, and I think he and Mox are gonna have a really good match. Because to me, also, if you look, if all the promos and the red herrings aren't are true, the person who called out CM Punk is Darby Allin.
Sure,
Darby was like, even if you're the best in the world.
Right.
And he specifically called out the first dance. So if there's anything that's going to be connected to Darby or to whoever the first dance is related to, it's going to be the old Darbster.
Do you think there's any chance AEW blows their booking wad tomorrow night and just does Punk and Bryan all on the same night?
Yes.
Yes. And maybe Darby's, maybe we do see that situation of cult of personality hits, and then that ends up being Daniel Bryan, but then we get Darby talking some ish, and then that's where Punk emerges. So we get the swerve at the start, and everybody's like, "What the fuck? But is this not actually going to be Punk?" And then we end up getting him anyway.
A lot of people have laughed at me saying this, but what if it's CM Punk with Bryan Danielson, and it's the two of them, and Punk is the manager of Bryan Danielson?
Huh.
Like AEW does legends right. Sting, Jake Roberts, Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson. Not necessarily legends, but of higher esteem, like Vicky Guerrero. I'm trying to think who else. I'm trying to remember the other. Chavo Guerrero.
Right.
Like they got a plenty of old wrestlers or less than active wrestlers.
Yes.
Taz.
Yeah.
That are there and are mouthpieces and are also attractions. Like people want to see them. And even if Punk is in the worst shape of his life, him with Bryan Danielson is a dynamite 1-2 punch. Regardless. So I'm not counting against that either.
Okay.
It could be anything. And I'm ready for anything.
Scenario, does Punk still wrestle at some point? Like he's not
Yes.
coming in to not wrestle. Well, at least
Just like Sting with Darby.
Okay.
Or do they come back as a tag team?
They could definitely do that too.
The best and the beard comes back.
There you go.
I think Daniel Bryan comes no facial hair.
And loses to the Young Bucks.
Yeah. But just think CM Punk and Bryan Danielson. CM Punk and Bryan Danielson versus Darby Allin and Sting at All Out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That's a thing.
Yeah, I'd be for that. I mean, that would work out well. And I mean, I think that'd be a good way because I mean, Punk hasn't wrestled in a match, at least a televised known match in 7 years.
It was Royal Rumble.
Yeah, and that was WrestleMania 30 year. This was WrestleMania
37.
So yeah, it's been 7.5 years since he's wrestled in a match. Now I don't doubt that he hasn't been working towards towards returning, and there's probably been some matches so but as far as we know, hasn't wrestled a match in 7 years. So a tag team match in that situation where Bryan could carry the load a bit, Darby could carry the load a bit. I mean, what the way that they've been executing Sting in these matches they've been pulling it off perfectly. So that's been solid. Any other thoughts on AEW? The Max Caster thing. So we talked a little bit about it the other week with the promos. This week, a couple people noted that he removed any mention of AEW from his social media platforms, was like selling some of his AEW gear on eBay. Is this so? He's being held off TV for the time being. Do you think all of this is kind of playing along sort of a deal, or is there a chance that he is legit gone from AEW?
Whatever this is, it's really unfortunate that because
he's gone.
There's a certain part of me that like understands cancel culture and what it does.
Right.
But also him getting canceled for this. Sammy Guevara said he wanted to take advantage of Sasha Banks.
Right.
And we gave him a pass.
And like
he did his time. He went to therapy. He came back. And apparently Max Caster's on that same deal where he's like, so you get some time off without pay. You got to take some sensitivity courses and everything like that. And if Max Caster is upset about any of that, then that's on him. But also, there's just a lot of people who are coming at the neck of Max Caster for coming at the neck real hard of Max Caster for I don't know what. Like, I still, if I look at it, it's and by no means am I like trying to excuse it or make make light of what he said, but in the context of a freestyle rap, that is tame at best.
And I mean, here's my thing. Like, yes, the rap, the promo, whatever word you want to describe what he said was wrong. Probably shouldn't have said it. But this was on a taped show. There was nobody in production. Now, I know Tony said he slipped through his fingertips. He's going to be better at overseeing, making sure this sort of thing doesn't happen again in the future, blah, 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 yakety, yakety. You're telling me nobody else in that truck watching the production of this show as it taped, as it was edited, as it was put up on YouTube, nobody thought at any moment to go, hey, got a problem here. He said something he shouldn't have. Can we cut this out? Because they cut a full match out of the next episode because of the fallout from this. So you know they can edit it. They've been pulling these anytime anybody tweets it, and one of those little copyright claims comes up. So they're trying to make it go away. But you're like, yes, he shouldn't have said it, but there's just as much or maybe a bigger a bigger responsibility for the company to make sure that doesn't make it to air. If you tape something ahead of time and something is said that shouldn't have been said, don't let it air. I understand there's people in the crowd that heard it, but you can not have it go to air and maybe hope that nobody was rolling a cell phone video when it happened. Like, but so, should Max have a, Sammy Guevara punishment where he goes away for a little while and, has sensitivity training or whatever they did with Sammy? Sure. Should he be gone for this? Now, I don't know if he's actually gone for this. This is just, we're just talking it out, but he shouldn't be gone for this. Yes, he shouldn't have said it, but like he should not be fired for the promo. William says Max comments recent. Sammy was a couple of years ago.
Yes. Yeah. Like, I'm not saying like Sammy today should be canceled for what happened years ago. I'm saying that if people treated Sammy Guevara with the same fire and vigor that they're treating Max Caster with, then Sammy Guevara would have been canceled 2 years ago. But they're not. And Max Caster's taking all of this heat for what and for who? Like, he made he took a risk, a big risk with the freestyle. Was it in poor taste? Yes. But if you're trying to get eyes on you, if you're trying to get people to react to you, if you're trying to be a heel, and it kind of goes back to a conversation we had here on this very podcast a couple weeks ago about like where's the line that's drawn for heels. Max was probably thinking he's doing heel stuff by mentioning Duke Lacrosse to a North Carolina crowd.
Right.
And mention COVID vaccine tests being fake to Brian Pillman Jr. And I'm trying to remember what else he said that was like super problematic. I'm not even counting the stuff about Julia Hart.
Right. It was Simone Biles.
Simone Biles,
Duke Lacrosse,
which Simone
Kobe
Biles
Test,
super
and
tame
really
too.
hard.
Like Simone Biles, super tame. Like that stuff. If you're gonna go after him about that, you should go after Charlotte Flair with the same amount,
Charlotte
and nobody's saying
canceled,
anything to
and the
Charlotte.
writer from WWE not canceled.
Right, like it's the same. Like the big sticking point is the Duke Lacrosse joke.
Right, correct. Yeah,
But
I mean,
like he
At the
wouldn't have
same
said
time-
it as he won in North Carolina, and I don't think he would have said it if it was an actual like rape.
Right.
I think also didn't Sammy like have a combo right away with Sasha?
See, I don't remember all that. Like I don't.
I think that was the report, Matt. Yeah, I think he.
So I think that's
her.
probably attributed to a little bit as to why he was given an easier road to redemption than Max has. Just because, and not that Max hasn't reached out to people, but there was a lot more people for him to reach out to in this instance, and I would be surprised if he reached out to all of them. So that if there was a report that he kind of took those steps, I think people would be more open to forgiveness.
Right.
And I'm fine with him being quote unquote punished, but and maybe the selling of his AEW gear and removing AEW from his social media, maybe it's just playing, maybe he's steering into the skid, and it's going to make when he does eventually come back even more surprising or something like that. Like this isn't we know for a fact that he's been let go from from AEW. Like we don't know that. This is just.
I feel like if he legit was, that's something they would come out and say.
Mm-hmm. Like we have cut ties with.
They just as a PR positioning on it, they would come out and say, "Hey, the rap was in poor taste. For that reason, we have decided to mutually part ways." Something along those lines. So
Did they make a statement when they released? Who was it? Jimmy Havoc?
See, I don't remember. I don't know.
I can't remember if they let me see if I can find it here quick, because that's the only really similar I don't want to say similar because they are not the same.
But I would also agree, Tim, like the conversation does need to be had about Charlotte and the writer just as equally as it is. And to whatever extent punishment goes, it should go both ways.
So it was in the Observer back in August, almost a little over a year ago. AEW has released 3 roster members: Jimmy Havoc, B. Priestley, and Sadie Gibbs, confirmed by Dave Meltzer. As of this time, the reason for the releases are not known. With Havoc, the company released a statement on June 19th, so they would evaluate his status in the company after he completed rehab for both mental health and substance abuse challenges. 36-year-old was accused of rape, abusive behavior, and assault as part of the Speaking Out movement. And in their previous statement, AEW said they were aware of the allegations. So I can't find anything that there was an actual statement from AEW when he was released, but there was reports from Meltzer, and then of course it hit all the news cycles. So so maybe there's not an official release from the company, but that'll remain to be seen. I don't mind if there's some degree of quote unquote punishment. If, and again, this is all if it is an actual like release, I think it's a bit far. I think it's a bit far, because or if you are going to release him, then there needs to be more culpability for Tony Khan, and not that Tony Khan can he's not going to fire himself, but somebody sitting in that truck should probably be fired as well, because they came across. Any other thoughts on anything going on AEW related before we get here to the takeover predictions? All right, Tim, I think Mark got his because Mark will not be joining us tonight. I have Ryan's picks. You have intern Mark's. We go to this Sunday, the Capitol Wrestling Center at the WWE Performance Center, 8 o'clock on Peacock and the WWE Network. It is NXT TakeOver 36. Let's start here with the singles match for the $1 Million Championship. If Grimes loses, Ted DiBiase must become LA Knight's butler. LA Knight defending the $1 Million Championship against Cameron Grimes with Ted DiBiase in his corner. Ryan and I both have Cameron Grimes becoming the new $1 Million champion. Matt.
I also have Cameron Grimes becoming the new $1 Million champion.
Tim.
I also have Cameron Grimes being the new $1 Million champion, and so does intern Mark.
Very
clean
good.
sweep.
Clean sweep. Devin as well has Cameron Grimes.
Oh, changing it. Sorry, Devin. I get the Ryan joke in there.
We go to singles match for the NXT UK Championship. This is one I know.
Let me go first. I want to go first.
My wife is looking forward to as well. Tim, go ahead.
Mrs. Big Jim wins. Oh, it's more fun when you pull your phone out.
I actually got it on the board this week. Ryan's got Dragunov winning.
What a banger of a song.
So good. I do not dare to speak against Walter for this one.
You better
Walter
not.
wins, I win. Let's go, baby Huey. Keep
Boom.
that title. Matt, go ahead.
For the sake of Big Jim's evening, I'm going to pull and pick Walter here. Although, Tim, can you clarify? You said Mrs. Big Jim wins. Does that mean that she has a bother-free night from Big Jim? just go to bed peacefully.
I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know if Mrs. Big Jim's gonna have a headache come Sunday. I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna be.
Highnesses.
Oh my! I just heard. Here's my Advil, babe. Here.
Need the Advil. I'm gonna go sleep.
No. Just put your head right here.
I got the BVD on and everything.
Take your nap right here.
I got the trench coat. Come on. I went out and I bought a trench coat for this match.
That Bebe on board sticker Jim's had on his truck for 3 years now is gonna come true.
Here it is. He's gonna name that kid Walter Niece by the time it's done. Why is the kid's name Walter? Well, the second one's Walter.
Yes,
it's pronounced Walter Niece is gonna come through.
Devin's got Walter. Williams says time for Walter to relinquish the title, then turn up on NXT.
I got just for the record, Mark has Walter. I also, unfortunately, am picking Baby Huey for this one.
All right. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate the good wishes. All right, let's go to the singles match for the NXT Championship. Killer Karrion Kross with Scarlett, because it's on NXT, not on Monday Night Raw, taking on Joey Samoa Joe. Ryan and I both have Joe here. There's no way this is not Joe, right? There's no way. Tim?
I hope to God Killer Karrion Kross gets out of here. I got Samoa Joe.
Good. What about intern Mark?
Intern Mark has the Killer Karrion Kross.
That's why he's still an intern.
Oh, now I know why I hate Karrion Kross.
Oh no, why?
Guess who trained Karrion Kross? WCW.
Okay.
Also in TNA. Member of the Wolf Pack. Member of the Filthy Animals.
This isn't helping Big Jim.
Member of Sports Entertainment Extreme.
The fuck is that?
Recently has been called out for his negative comments towards homosexuals in the wrestling business.
Why do I not know this? Am I just having tired brain right now?
You might be.
Am I having wrestler brain without being a wrestler?
He dances.
Dirty Dango?
No.
Dance.
Dirty Dango, member of the Filthy Animals and the Wolf Pack. Yes. Jesus Christ.
Who the hell are we talking about, Tim?
Disco Inferno.
Oh, good Christ. He trained Killer Karrion Kross?
According to Wikipedia. Yep.
Oh.
Yuck.
That's not good.
Disco something.
Thing sucks.
Matt, who do you got in this one?
Joe.
Thank you. Devin's got Joe. William also. Oh, William, come on.
Come on, man.
Yeah, we're
Come on, man.
not with Killer Karrion Kross. All right. Then we go to the singles match for the NXT Women's Championship. Raquel Gonzalez defending against Dakota Kai. Ryan's got Raquel retaining. I actually have this title on the move. I think all signs are pointing towards Dakota Kai here. So I have Dakota. Matt.
I have Raquel retaining. Can't have too many title changes.
Fair. Tim and intern Mark.
Intern Mark has Raquel Welsh. I have to figure that out. But I have Raquel Gonzalez retaining because I think Dakota Kai on the way up.
Oh, okay. I got you. Williams says Raquel picking up the win and the retain there. Then we go to the 2 out of 3 falls match. Cool Cow.
Auto Parts.
2 out of 3 falls match against Adam Cole.
Baby.
Fall 1 is a traditional wrestling match. Fall 2 is a street fight. And fall 3, if necessary, adorable that they say that, is a steel cage. Let's see, Devin has Raquel on the last match. So I have Cool Cow picking up the win here. Winning the first fall, Adam Cole winning the second fall, and the third and deciding fall goes to Cool Kyle. Ryan has Adam Cole. Old Bay picking up the win in this one. Matt, we'll go to you.
I have Kyle O'Reilly winning. He takes the traditional wrestling match, and then he takes the street fight, making the cage match unnecessary. Vince is pinching some pennies down in NXT.
Nick Khan's going, we're not paying people to set up a steel cage for this. You finish that ish in 2.
If that cage is hanging over the building, that cage is hanging over the CWC, that cage is coming down. They're not just gonna set that dish up to leave it up there.
We didn't pay anybody to put that there for nothing.
Yeah, we didn't bring the hamsters out to grab it with their teeth and hoist that.
You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna tease us with the old blue cage. It's never gonna be used.
Oh God.
Tim, who do you got in this one?
I have Cool Cow. Cool Cow. And Mark has Adam Cole.
Baby.
DMD.
So for those of us that picked Cool Kyle, is this Adam Cole, old base, last stand in NXT?
100%.
Yes. Whether it's he puts his name on the dotted line and he's going to either Monday night or Friday night, or he's going to Wednesday night or Friday night.
That's very true.
Yes, I think this is Lancaster County's own Adam Cole. I think this is his final stand.
Wait.
What?
They say he's from Panama.
I mean, if I went to Mannheim Central, I wouldn't want to claim it either.
You leave Austin alone.
I don't even think he went to. Didn't he go to like Mannheim Christian Day School or something?
Even worse.
Well, that might. Is it worse than Mannheim Central? I'm just asking. Devin has Cool Cow, and William has O'Reilly for the win. Cole might be leaving. Yeah, might be. He's leaving in one.
He's leaving NXT.
He's leaving NXT. He is leaving in some form or fashion. But yeah, I think that definitely his last stand here. Preemptive grade for NXT TakeOver 36. Tim.
B.
Okay. Matt?
Yeah, I mean, it's a smaller card, so it's easier to get excited for it. So I'll go B.
I'll go with a B as well. Give it a nice round weekend. B's all around. Devin says A.
See, and my grade's going to be lower.
This is NXT's last stand.
It's my grade is lower because I don't care if Baby Huey and Russian Composer go out there and put on Steamboat Savage. I don't care. No. I will watch that one from my toilet on my phone. Like I don't want to miss anything, so I'm just gonna poop. I'll take my chances with my pocket cock in the bathroom.
Right on the cock.
Pocket cock, man. So good. If y'all don't have pocket cock.
I think pocket cock needs to be a t-shirt, by the way.
Pocket cock. Just
I don't know what logo we can rip off for that one, but pocket cock feels like that's a t-shirt.
I mean the peacock logo. It's
right along. There we go. Let's make that happen.
Extend
that's
out
a t-shirt. That's going to be the first t-shirt on the new thing that we got coming.
That thing.
That thing. Pocket cock. Right along with.
I'm a sausage guy.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Somebody apparently. Okay. So somebody replied to a tweet from The Rock. This is a tweet from The Rock from 2011. CM Punk. It's simple business. The Rock is the main event at WrestleMania because it draws more money in one night than you will in a lifetime. Some guy replied to that tweet today at 6:20 p.m. This aged well, you mark. Just sold out the United Center. I'm sorry you're a bona fide legend, but Punk's return tomorrow by far eclipses any return you ever had.
I want to give credit where credit's due. If you guys want to slam this guy, go slam at DJ Dr. Boom. He looks really cool with his backwards hat in 2021. Maybe you should go tell him that the biggest effing star in the history of the universe is a mark, and that DJ Dr. Boom is almost as bad as like bootleg Sam's Choice Cola. Like, what are you drinking? I'm drinking Diet Dr. DJ Boom. I'm drinking. Yeah. Dr. Mountain Mountain Lightning.
That feels like something that that would be on the clearance rack at the Dollar Tree.
It sounds like something that like Billy Mays would sell if he were still alive to partner with a ShamWow. Like, does it not get clean enough for you? Here's DJ Dr. Boom. Like it's bad, DJ Dr. Boom.
Awful.
Maybe DJ Dr. Bust with your bad take. How dare you call yourself a doctor?
Right?
You're
Yeah,
not
that's
even
illegal.
You're not even an internist.
All
DJ
right.
Dr. Boom.
Any other thoughts on anything?
Nick Khan saying the WWE is in is open for business but not for sale. Uh-huh.
Sure.
Wink, wink.
What was the exact quote?
Jan GIF. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, what was the exact quote from Nick Khan?
Yeah, look that up. So basically what he's saying is anytime between today and like 2 years from today, the WWE will be sold.
Here it is. We're open for business on anything and everything. Even some business plans that we've announced recently are different and unique to what the company has traditionally done. We're open for business. If somebody called, we'll listen, but we're not active or out in the marketplace trying to change that structure. What?
Shut up and take my money.
Also, the partnership with the WWE and Major League Baseball for those little gimmick side plates to put on WWE championships.
Yeah. So WWE is basically for sale. Maybe not actively. So like basically what this is like, I remember when we sold, we were preparing the house I grew up in for sale before we moved into my grandma's house. We were preparing it to put on the market for sale, and we just our neighbors from down the street, we knew their kids were looking for a house. We're like, why don't they come over and look at our house? And they came, did a walkthrough. We did a for sale by owner deal. So I feel like that's basically where we're at with WWE. He's like, we're thinking about putting this on the market, and like somebody's just going to come in and buy the house for sale by owner. We don't even have to pay the realtor fees. So everybody just makes more money in the deal, right? Like that's basically where we're at with we're going to go for sale by owner as opposed to using a realtor.
What they're doing is they're putting it up on Facebook Marketplace. Wrestling promotion. We're like Marvel. $7 billion or best offer. No low balls is what they're saying. Like that's
right. Like we want to get what we're putting it for sale for.
How about I give you a $350?
Like this isn't like the yard sale. Like when your yard sale starts at 7 a.m. and the guy shows up at 6:45 looking for like we're not in that business yet. Like
I got a quarter for all of that.
Come back at 11 o'clock. If we haven't sold it yet, then
all those plates on that blanket. I got a quarter.
That's my favorite part of people going to yard sales. It's just why? Like, do you enjoy haggling?
Hey, how much for those?
I would rather throw my shit in the garbage out of spite than give it to you for a nickel less than what I put on that post-it note.
Right. Like
if it says $5 on the post-it note, that it means $5. I didn't write OBO underneath it.
Look,
dickhead.
If it's 10 o'clock in the morning and I've been outside sweating out my Burger King sandwich since 7 a.m., like if I hadn't sold that piece in 3 hours, there's OBO. It's unspoken at that point.
No, you're giving up too easy.
I just thought of a genius.
I don't want to put that ish back in my house, and I don't want to drive that
ish. I'm
going
to put it in a garbage bag and take it to the end of the driveway.
I have a genius idea. You just gave me a great idea. So go to a yard sale with like a dozen fresh donuts. And like gift the yard sale owner breakfast.
Oh shit.
You gift them breakfast. Like, hey man, I love yard sales. I figured you guys need some breakfast. Bring the coffee box and everything. They get the donuts. And then after they're enjoying your breakfast, like you go, let's make a deal.
You're just trying to
I got a quarter.
You're just trying to sweeten them up.
Yeah.
Give them a little bit
I
of the
bet
peanut.
you I bet you somewhere that works. Somebody brings you breakfast.
I'm gonna go yard sailing on Saturday.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go get me a dozen Dunkin' Donuts and a box of coffee.
Theory out, or hit up the dollar sausage muffin at the McDonald's. Something. Just
go out and buy like 25 breakfast burritos from McDonald's.
What am I giving to the people at the yard sale?
No, once they eat all those burritos and haul into the house to use the bathroom, then you can just start moving prices around. And say,
no, what you do
is says $2.
You tell them, like, oh, don't worry, guys, I'll watch the stuff, and they run in the house, and I whistle down the street. And then they come with the truck, and we just fucking fleece them. We get all this shit, we throw it in the truck. They come out, and I'm hanging out the back. I'm like, honk the horn, Tony, and we out.
I love it.
Just like leave them like a $2 bill on the table. Thanks for everything.
Leave like one Tupperware container on the table.
Just leave a lid and Tupperware set, but they don't match. Like the lid's too big.
Just a little bit where you're chasing the dragon the whole
Oh
time.
my god, I hate those,
dude. Isn't that the worst?
Because you swear it'll fit.
Oh yeah, and like it's well, maybe it did at one time, but like you accidentally put it on the lower rack of the dishwasher, so it got too hot and it got all misshapen. Now you're just sitting there going corner. You gotta bend.
You gotta push in on the actual Tupperware.
Down you're like, I got it. And you go to put it in the fridge. You hear the little pop. Son of a bitch. That's why I bought the Pyrex stuff, the glass dishes. That's where it's at. Spend a little bit more on the front end, get much more on the back end. All right. Anything else, boys? Are we closing out?
Close it up.
Closing out this shop. Hit the yard sales. Matt, what do you got?
Yep, visit the Instagram this week. We have announcements for our Icons of Wrestling appearance and booth on September 18th. The three guests who will be joining us. Tomorrow, I will have an update on the Woman of the Year standings, so you can see who will be in the top 6 as of this point. We have about 4 months left in the year, so get those votes in. Otherwise, you can follow me on Twitter. It's at 3CT, the letter A. Philly is in Philadelphia, the number 8. 3CT affiliate, but Notre Dame starts in like 2.5 weeks, so probably
2 weeks from this Sunday.
Correct.
Matt, make sure you remind EJ of that fact. I think you're going to be talking to our pal EJ on
Yes,
Sunday.
I'll be on Earnestly Speaking on Sunday.
He's a Florida State guy, so make sure you remind him. 2 weeks.
Oh, that's unfortunate for him.
Since Ryan and Mark aren't with us, send at RYN Eagle and at 3 Count Intern. That's the number 3 at 3 Count Intern. Send them both poop emojis. They like to play that game when Big Jim isn't on the show. So send at RYN Eagle and at 3 Count Intern poop emojis.
Hey, Ryan tweeted within the last 24 hours, so he's an actual active Twitter follow. Right now. Yeah, he tweeted, until anti-maskers and anti-vaxxers know how to properly use there, and there, I will not consider their opinions valid. Hashtag mask up, hashtag get vaccinated, hashtag vaccinated. Peace.
Tim, what do you got to plug?
Myself, Not the Tool Man, across all platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok. That's right. I'm a toy boy. I'm a toy boy now. I'm collecting action figures. Full-fledged toy boy. We got the NWO Scott Hall.
Oh,
I went out and bought that during SmackDown. Before that, I got me this deal. Big Van Vader with the Mastodon hat and everything. I'm about to get to Kevin Nash in October.
There's Ryan.
My toy
Ryan's
boy
checking in with us right there from the Delaware. Ryan is where I was earlier. He's in
y'all tagged out.
I was gonna say, did you high five on Route 1?
We did.
Did y'all get the weight restriction limit? And like y'all couldn't be there at the same time.
State of Delaware.
Wow.
Devin says, "I wish everybody good luck on the scorecards except for Tim. We'll see who wins."
Well, some people need luck, but in honor of Phil from Chicago, luck is for losers. I'm going to win this bitch.
Devin, have a good one, buddy.
At Not the 2 Man across all platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok. I know we're keeping Big Jim from picking up the big dub at Take 3. But if you like my takes here, listen to me on Final Wrestling Place and Viewer's Choice at Final Place Pod at VC on North South. It's a fun time. It's a good time. We're doing our ultimate bad place SummerSlam card this week.
Dude, I love the good place. Well, I love that whole concept.
It's so tough.
Like
it's so tough.
It's not the easiest thing to follow, but it's just so much fucking fun. Especially because like I know both of you. So like it's fun to watch that whole episode come together.
Yeah, so it's a good fun time. Check us out. We're on the soon to be named network in the North South Connection. If you need to follow those, just check them out. Big Jim, close us up.
All right, you can follow me at Big Jim Sports, but make sure you're following the show at 3 Count Thursday, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Go to 3countthursday.com. Make sure you are subscribed on all podcast platforms. Join the Patreon at patreon.com/3 Count Thursday. Get our merchandise at whatamaneuver.net and use our collar and elbow brand deal by using the promo code 3count. Get 10% off each and every order at store.collarandelbowbrand.com. Check out our networks, NGSC Sports. That's our home, and our secondary home is the Leap Sports and Music Network at LEEIBsports.com. Enjoy SummerSlam. Enjoy Rampage tomorrow night. Enjoy NXT TakeOver on Sunday. We will be back to you, talking to you live next Thursday night. Maybe we'll be joining you during the week to talk about the pay-per-views that were. But until next time, stay safe, stay smart, and go for the pin.